And for a while, I was into collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I've always been a fan since my early days of kid and as a teenager. Yu-Gi-Oh has always been a part of my life. A few years back, I decided when I was at uni to try to collect cards, to try to analyze, to have all that time buying cards, trying to see their value and see if I could resell or sell the cards individual. Then it went for packs, and I did that for a while. It helped me with extra expenses, especially when I was at uni. I wanted to focus my full time in university and then do stand up, and I didn't want to do part time because the part times would be later at night, and at that time I wanted to perform. So I decided to. I've seen videos, I was just like, people are making money out of Pokemon cards. Why not trying to find value on the Yu-Gi-Oh ones? Because I always had interest. I had some package back home. I tried to analyze the value, and then I tried to buy cards and try to not lose as much possible. So yeah, what you're gonna see is a little bit of background on that. I tried to make content out of it, but never came out. After a while I thought, I just don't know how to fit this type of content into the channel. So what you're gonna see is a compilation of the best moments that I tried to record of something that I tried to create that never came out. So enjoy and amuse yourself. That's all I'm here for. Yu-Gi-Oh, as many might know, it's known by the trading cards. Others know by the anime, but less are the ones that know about the manga. The manga of Yu-Gi-Oh was created by Kazuki Takahashi, who sadly passed away in July 2022 at the age of 60. In regards to the anime, the first was released in 98. It covered the events of the first 7 chapters of the manga. The franchise of Yu-Gi-Oh has multiple things, as I said, anime, manga, but mainly what I enjoy talking here is about the cards, is the trading game cards. Another curiosity, another fact, another data that I found interesting, and I found this online, so it might be true, because everything that is online might be true. We agree on it, right? Anyway, as data gathered in 2021, over 35 billion cards have been sold worldwide. This is fake. You can see by the back. If you are in doubt if it's fake or not, in here normally it says Konami, and in here this is not the letters. This is what a true one is. A little bit heavier than a fake one. And more, and in here you have this as well. The design is this in the end, and even this part here, the way that is designed, it's fair enough. I don't know what you can see. Interesting thing sometimes is that you cannot trade it, you cannot sell it. There is no value in fake ones. However, there is cards that are funny. The way that they translate it, the way that it's presented. That is basically what I say when people can't reach me and they complain about all the stuff. It's like, I can't reach you. Just change the contact. Easy. Try to contact me other way. I don't know. It's Urabi! And seems like a T-Rex that is a little bit gay. He's just like... This hobby of mine that is collecting cards, and how expensive this hobby is, because it truly is expensive. And I notice with time going by that you need to select well what you're gonna buy. I don't know about the rest of it, like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, whatever, but Yu-Gi-Oh! It has plenty of stuff. It's plenty of cards, plenty of different stuff that you can buy, that you can add to your deck. So, if you truly want... Yeah, the belt, nice. And I'm talking, and don't give a shit about me. If you want to build a deck try to look for the specific cards that you want instead of just buying random packs, because you might not get the cards that you want or you wish. The booster packs is like a lucky draw. It's like a scratch ticket. You can have the lottery of winning that, of winning what you want, or you also have the luck of just getting another cards. Try to have that in mind. I spend around £30 on a few packs, few boosters, if you wish to call them that way. If the value of the common cards that I got on those boosters equals the payment that I made towards those, it's gonna be a quite interesting research. I'm not following through the process of really going through unboxing, but I really want to go search the common ones and try to see if I got something for my collection that is worthy. Cards like this, for example, are worthy. You wanna guess how much before I say it? Nope, okay. I left you space to analyze. They are worthy 1 pence. The card that I'm going to show you now is an example of a card that is worthy a lot if it's rare, but if it's common it's just worthy around 12 pences, something like that. This card, apart from being cute, that is, we need to admit, is a little bit cute. It's worthy a little bit more than the ones shown before. It's worth 50 pence. It's not much, but still for a common card, it's quite interesting. Still this whole deck to analyze of commons, and this is the way that I'm working. As is put here the prices, here's the total of this, here's the total of this, and at the end I will calculate all of that and see if I can get even close to £30. I don't think so, but who knows. You look at this card, and if you watch the anime, you know that this card was an interesting one. Plus, like, this card is a common one, but it's still worth £2.50 or around that. Would be not precisely that, but yeah, it's still worth it, even for a common one. It's an interesting fact. There is around £5 something worthy of common cards, and this is still my pack still to analyze. The rest, there is plenty that went analyzed or that I analyzed, but that is still a lot to go. So yeah, let's see. By now I'm with more hopes that we can still get to the £30 that I spent. Let's see, let's check. In the hierarchy of cards, a card that now is worthy a little bit more than the ones that I showed before. Let's reveal the card. Worthy a little bit around the £3.50. So yeah, interesting design though. I finished now after 2 hours investigating and researching about all those cards. In the £30 pack that I invested, I got my money worth just on common cards of around £12, which is not bad, but since it's like just common cards that I want to investigate, but still it's not a profit. So yeah, this card is a rare one and is not worthy a lot though, but still an incredible design, so I wanted to show you guys. In the card collection department, recently it happened that had a few cousins that don't want their cards, so I asked them if they could give to me for me to do a little bit of research, for me to look if there is potential for my side. And one of the things that I noticed, and this gives back plenty of memory, that is towards Spanish cards and fake cards. I remember the times in which me as a kid used to collect cards as well, and I had a few, and I think they were fake. We just didn't know back then. We would buy like in Portugal there is a huge tradition around certain times of the month to have like those sort of festivals, but without the music, the party, but just people selling stuff. I don't want to say attribute a name to people that do it, because people might get offended in nowadays era, but people do it. People brands that were like rebranded in a certain way and in a rebranded cloth. Like the best example that I give you is there is people that use to do like a rebrand of clothes of like Adidas or Puma or whatever, and they would sell as Abibas or something like that. They would just send a little letter and they would reprint like in a cheap fabric. So they used to do this with like the toys and everything, and as a kid we would just be happy to have those. It's like you can play as well. That was the point. It's not, as a kid you don't think as a collector. It wasn't interesting that I asked a few cousins. One of those gave to me. He said that he doesn't care about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's not something. He enjoyed Pokemon, but not Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh was just there. So he gave it to me and I searched. There is one that had a little bit of value on it, an English card, but not as much for me to try to trade it or sell it or whatever. It's just not worthy, and plenty of them were in Spanish. And he thought, oh okay, I'm gonna search on the deck on the Yu-Gi-Oh database and try to see if these Spanish cards are true. You search on it and what happens is just they fake those cards, because you can note them by the reference number. They had the reference number of like the English sets, but in Spanish. That's when you notice that they're fake, even with the logos on the back. Everything seems like perfect, and you go search, and in the database even the names are wrong. The names, they just switch some letters from what is the version in Spanish. So, by the way, one thing that you notice if a card is true or not, it has this yellow thing in the bottom, and also like the stuff that I mentioned in previous video, when they say you have a bright future. Probably they just read this card